YouTube hasn't been promoting my videos lately, so a like or comment would really mean a lot. Anyway, here's what happened. I got home early one day and caught my girlfriend bragging about cheating on me. I didn't say a word, just grabbed my stuff and left. She's been trying to contact me non-stop, but I've blocked her everywhere. I'm 38, she's 36, and we'd been together for 5 years. I just found out she was unfaithful, and the way I discovered it was nightmare level. A little background. I've never been married and don't have kids. Not because I didn't want to, life just didn't work out that way. So here's the story. Last Friday after work, I went to my friend Dan's lake cabin for one of our regular guys' weekends. Nothing fancy, just fishing, beers, cards, and zoning out. We do this every few months to decompress from life. Usually I stay until early Monday morning and go straight to work. This time though, I forgot my laptop. So, around 4 p.m. on Sunday I decided to head home early. I figured I'd be back by 6 and surprise Rachel with dinner. I stopped at our favorite little Italian place and grabbed takeout. When I got home, everything looked normal. I heard Rachel laughing in the kitchen and decided to sneak up for a surprise. But as I got closer, I realized she was on the phone. Then I heard it. In just 10 seconds, my whole world shattered. She was giggling and saying, "Last night was amazing. He's such a generous lover. Met him on Tinder. Took me out to dinner first. Classy, right? We barely made it to the couch. He's huge. Like twice what Mike is packing. I'm definitely doing that again." I dropped the takeout. Containers exploded all over the tile. Rachel turned shocked. Tears were already in my eyes. She tried to hug me, but I brushed past her, grabbed my laptop and walked out. Didn't say a word. For 4 days straight she blew up my phone. Texts, calls, emails, but I ignored everything. I checked into a motel a few towns over and went completely dark. Friends and even my mom reached out because Rachel was panicking, but I told them I was fine and needed space. That one phone call had destroyed everything. I genuinely thought I'd spend the rest of my life with her. I'm an only child, and my mom had been hoping for grandkids. I had actually planned to propose on July 4th for our 6-year anniversary. The engagement ring is still in my duffel. Dan and his wife knew about my plan. They introduced us. I've never dealt with cheating before, and honestly I feel broken. I don't even know if I should let Rachel explain herself. Just thinking about her makes me sick. That first weekend, my 3 closest friends showed up at the motel. I told them everything. They were floored. I asked them to turn off location sharing in case Rachel tried tracking me through their wives. That night we sat in the motel bar, and I got completely hammered. Not proud of it, but I needed it. Their phones kept buzzing from partners asking where they were, but they had my back. One wife even tried convincing me to talk to Rachel, but I told my buddy to handle his own marriage. That night, I flirted a little with the bartender and a couple women in town. Again, not proud. Midweek, Dan did a drive-by of our house. Rachel hadn't gone to work Monday or Tuesday but was back by Wednesday. As soon as I heard that, I made my move. I packed all my stuff while she was gone. The place was a mess. Dirty dishes, clothes everywhere, overflowing trash. Took me 3.5 hours to get everything out. Before leaving, I even cleaned up. Maybe for closure. That evening, Rachel must have come home and seen the empty closets because she blew up my phone again. I didn't respond. I moved back to my mom's house until I find an apartment. The landlord says I can't be removed from the lease without Rachel's signature, so I'm stuck paying half the rent until October. 38 years old, back in my childhood bedroom. What a joke. Thursday I finally agreed to meet Rachel. Told her we could talk at a downtown bar Friday night, and I'd bring a friend to keep it civil. She tried convincing me to meet at home privately, but I set the terms and she agreed. My buddy and I got there early. I ate, had a couple drinks to steady myself. Rachel arrived and tried small talk, but I cut her off. Told her I had a list of questions. Her eyes welled immediately. I asked how long it had been going on. She insisted it was a one-time thing. I didn't buy it. I told her, "We're done. Be honest so I can move on." Eventually she confessed. Every time I went on guys' weekends the past 2 years, she assumed I was cheating and decided to even the score. My blood boiled. I told her that was a terrible excuse. I asked who she was on the phone with that day, she wouldn't say. I asked if she used protection. She admitted sometimes and added, "You're lucky I just tested clean, so don't freak if your last ride was bareback." I showed her the engagement ring I had planned to give her at Dan's cookout, where we met. She broke down, begging for another chance. I told her I'll always love the version of her I thought was real, but it's over. She's been texting me ever since, but soon she'll be blocked. So there I was, sitting in Buffalo Wild Wings, sipping a beer, watching the fights, cheering for Poirier. My life was a mess, but at least I wasn't lying to myself anymore. Cheaters always claim it was just once. She tried deflecting, saying she thought I was the cheater. Classic. The landlord won't remove me from the lease, but at least I have a roof over my head. She came this close to being my wife, and blew it up for a thrill. I'm focusing on healing, cutting alcohol, maybe starting therapy. Turns out the mystery guy might even be someone I know, maybe a friend's spouse. The wife who called me through my buddy's phone hosted the July 4th party. Rachel had lied to her once. She tried playing peacemaker, but I met her for coffee and told her the full story. Right there she called Rachel. Rachel admitted everything. The host lost it, told Rachel not to come to the party, and called her behavior disgusting. She apologized for believing Rachel, but I told her she didn't owe me anything. As for that phone call I overheard when I walked in, I think she was talking to her sister. I reached out a bit but got no response. 2 of Rachel's friends said they didn't know anything. Apparently, Rachel used to host Saturday wine nights while I was gone, but nobody heard any cheating talk. Rachel's mom called, said she's in a dark place, and asked me to reconsider. I told her 0 chance. I went back to work Monday after a week off, trying to rebuild a routine. Hitting the gym, thinking about therapy. I'm not perfect, but I'm moving forward. Rachel's blocked everywhere. That chapter is closed. If I ever find out who the guy on the phone was, I'll post an update.